Good morning. It is Tuesday morning. Oh, look at that thing. Sorry, it's a really big grasshopper. I'm in a recovery mile. It's gonna be really loud because of the traffic. I got up early, so now I'm running with all the traffic. 1 mile warm up, 2 miles at a tempo pace, 1 mile recovery, which is right now, 2 miles at tempo pace, and 1 mile cool down. So I'll see you at the cool down. Hello. The first run of week 6 went fairly well. I don't know if you could hear me earlier. There was a lot of traffic and I know I'm quiet and I'm trying to speak louder. I had tempo today, which was 1 mile warm up, 2 miles at a tempo pace, 1 mile recovery, 2 miles at tempo pace, 1 mile cool down for 7 miles. So all that's done. The last 2 miles, especially that last mile of tempo, was starting to get tough. But I'm working on mental toughness because I think a lot of times I can do this stuff physically, but I talk myself out of it because it does start to get hard or maybe a little painful, and your body goes, danger, stop, and your brain is like, yeah, that's a good idea. So in my brain, it can easily be swayed by stopping. Like, it doesn't take much to convince my brain, like, yeah, that's a good idea, you should stop. So I'm really working on that. So today, when it did start to get tough, that last half mile or quarter mile, I started using some techniques. One of them is I turn on music during the hard runs instead of my podcasts, and I really focus on the music and try to sing in my head and just focus, okay, well, this song's like 2.5 minutes, you just have the song, and then you'll be a quarter of a mile closer or whatever. One thing I read was start counting colors, like look for everything that's purple and see how many you can find, or blue, or just pick a color and start looking for it, because then it starts to attract you, like, oh look, I found 5 blue things. Or count steps, which I haven't been able to do, but oops, lizard. So I'm trying some of those techniques of or even during a race, I kind of employed a little mantra from The Help, just kind of checking in, like, okay, your legs are sore, but they don't hurt, so that's okay. They should be sore. You're 10 miles in, stuff like that. Like, kind of doing a check of my body going, hey, this is sore, but that's normal. Don't freak out. You're good. The red light warning light isn't on. You're okay. So really working on mental strength. And this is a good time to do it. Just like we practice physical strength and we practice nutrition, trying to practice mental strength, because I will need it. A marathon, I always hit a wall at like 17, 18, and I think this is the dumbest thing I've ever done. I really just should stop. And then it takes to like mile 22. Then for somewhere between 22, 23, it all clicks back into place and I'm fine. I don't know if it's because I'm like, oh, it's just a 5K left, 5K. You do that every, Tuesday, Thursday morning. That's so easy. I don't know. So I'm done until Thursday. Tomorrow's cross training, so I'll be on the bike tomorrow. Good morning. It's Thursday. I did not feel like running outside and turned off my alarm. I was up for a little bit dealing with a low blood sugar, so I decided to sleep in and run on the treadmill because it's hot and I did not feel like running in 90-degree weather. So on the treadmill for 6.5 miles, watching ER, which I had not watched since it originally was on the air. So it's been fun watching that. And that's it. Pretty easy. Nice and easy 6.5 miles. Hello, it is Friday morning. I just finished 5 miles. I made it outside today. It is gross, as usual. I tried to make sure I was going the prescribed pace, but I kept speeding up. Not sure why. So hopefully I slowed myself down enough to stay within that pace. Oh, hi, little lizard. I saw the coolest lizard today. I wasn't able to get my phone out in time to get a video of it, but it had this really cool, like, blue-green, almost rainbowy tail. I hadn't seen one like it before. It was really neat. Oh, almost stepped on another lizard. They are not moving today. Usually they scatter, but today they're just holding their ground on the sidewalk and saying, nope, go around me. I don't know what you have to dodge in other parts of the country, but here I'm hurdling lizards half the time. And if it's at night, I'm hurdling toads. So that's a lot of fun. Sorry. Other than that, just a typical 5 miles. Felt a little tired. I have 13 tomorrow. No pace, just 13, nice and easy, nice and slow, and just get the miles in. Trying to decide how early I want to get up to beat the heat, or if I just want to run it on the treadmill, because on the treadmill I can keep my heart rate down a little bit better, and it's not as hot, and I can put a whole bunch of fans on me. So we'll see. May go run with a running group, trying to see. I used to run with them all the time, but I'm in between paces for most of the people that run. There's one group, they run just slightly faster than me, so can only run with them if I'm doing like pace work or speed work. And then there's a group that's slightly slower, and I can run with them on certain days as well, but sometimes too slow hurts. So there's nobody. And the people who are close to my pace, there are a few, but they're injured, so they're not running. So it's just one of those, figure out if there is anybody in my pace, because otherwise I'm just running by myself. And if I'm going to run by myself, I'll just run here at home instead of driving to meet them, because I can sleep in a little bit more. Anyway, so we'll find out tomorrow. Good morning. It is Sunday morning. I did my long run last night on the treadmill. I tried to get up in the morning and I was just so tired. I was exhausted on Friday. I tried to get up Saturday morning. I was like, no, I'm not feeling this. I was like, I'll just wait and I'll do it tonight. I checked the weather and it was only supposed to be a slight chance of storms and actually kind of be a little bit cooler. So I thought, oh, perfect. I'll go out about 6. It'll be fine. No problems. I checked the radar about 5. I was like, nope, that's a long line of storms coming in. So treadmill it was. And then unfortunately, a really nasty storm moved through, and actually there was a tornado like 4 miles away or something like that. Which I did not hear the tornado alert, which is a little concerning, but it caused the power to go out. So there I was with like 6 miles to go on my 13, and power goes off, treadmill stops. iPad kept going, which was nice. Keep watching my movie, but the treadmill stopped. Power did come back on pretty quick. It was only out maybe 10-15 seconds. It was one of those blinks, but it blinked enough that everything shut down, came back on, shut down, came back on. So then I got the treadmill up and started again, and it decided it needed to update, of course. So I'm waiting for it to update, and that is taking a good 5 or 6 minutes. So I had just gone to the bathroom like 5 minutes before that, and then that happened. So I had a nice long, I don't know, probably almost 10-minute break waiting for the power to come back on and treadmill to update, and then getting it all set back up again. And it was kind of neat. It remembered that I was in the middle of a run and said I shut down, I don't remember what it said, improperly or something, but it was kind of neat. It remembered and was like, do you want to restart this run? I'm like, yes, I want to continue this run. So that was nice. But 13 miles on the treadmill, not bad. It does get a little boring and a little annoying. And I think I run a little differently on the treadmill because I was having some horrible lower back pain and some hip pain. So I don't know if my gait must change when I get on the treadmill. I don't know, because I also worry about my arm swing, and since my watch goes off pace by arm swing, and I was trying to keep that up, and I was almost I was by the end 0.3 of a mile ahead of the treadmill, so I just went off the treadmill because I knew I was not running like a 10-20 something pace or whatever it said on my watch. So that was fun. But I don't know, I completely lost my train of thought. Sorry about that. Anyway, 13 miles on the treadmill. It's done. I didn't finish till 8:30 or something, but you know, stretched, showered, ate a late dinner, and then tried to go to bed, but everything hurt, which is why I do like to run in the morning, because I have all day to work out the pain and active recovery and all that. And there really was no active recovery. I pretty much just sat, and then I laid in bed and waiting for the ibuprofen to kick in so I could fall asleep. But it's all done, and today's a rest day, and then tomorrow we'll start next week.